Today, we're going to open up a kind of cabinet of curiosities. You know, a collection of some of the most fascinating and honestly kind of bizarre facts out there. So get ready to dive into some stories you never even knew you needed to hear.
It's so true, isn't it? This quote from Montaigne really gets to the heart of it all. It's that natural spark of curiosity, that simple desire to know why that drives us. And today, we are definitely going to satisfy that desire.
So, you're probably wondering, where are all these unusual facts coming from? Well, our source for today's explainer is this book right here, The Book of Unusual Knowledge. This thing is an absolute treasure trove of information on just about every topic you can imagine, and probably a few you can't.
Seriously, this book is just packed with answers to questions you probably never even thought to ask. It's a kind of knowledge that's absolutely perfect for a trivia night, or, just for satisfying that curious part of your brain. So, let's crack it open and see what we can find.
Okay, let's dive right in. And we're gonna start in a place we all know and love, the kitchen. I mean, have you ever been eating something and just wondered, where did this name come from? We'll get ready for some answers.
First up, a classic party food. We've all had them, but why the whole connection with the devil? What makes these little eggs so, sinister? Well, the term deviled actually goes all the way back to the 18th century. It was used to describe any food that was made spicy or zesty, usually with something like cayenne pepper or mustard. So the name is really just about the fiery heat, nothing more nefarious than that.
All right, next on the menu, the Sloppy Joe. It's messy, for sure. It's delicious, but is there a specific Joe we should be thanking for this creation?
And here's where it gets really interesting. The origin is a total mystery. Some people say a cook named Joe in a diner in Iowa created a loose meat sandwich that kicked the whole thing off. Others point to Sloppy Joe's bar down in Key West. The truth is, nobody knows for sure, which almost makes the story even better, right?
Okay, last one for the kitchen section, and it's a question that might make some of you a little squirmy. That bright green dessert, the grasshopper pie, what's really in it?
You can totally relax. The name has absolutely nothing to do with actual grasshoppers. Phew. It comes from the super vibrant green color of creme de menthe, which is a mint liqueur used in a really popular 1950s cocktail called the grasshopper. So the pie is just the dessert version of the drink.
Now these hidden stories we've been uncovering, they aren't just in the kitchen. They are literally everywhere. So let's jump from the world of food to the world of legends, because the range in this book is truly staggering.
And this just perfectly illustrates the book's incredible range. I mean, on one hand, you've got Vlad the Impaler, the absolutely brutal 15th century Romanian ruler whose terrifying legacy inspired the legend of Dracula. And on the other hand, you've got the secret history of Big Tex, the iconic 55-foot-tall talking cowboy who's been greeting visitors to the Texas State Fair since 1952. From terrifying folklore to quirky Americana, it is all in there.
All right, time for a little interactive fun. A lot of famous performers don't actually use their birth names. So let's put your pop culture knowledge to the test with a quick quiz taken straight from the book.
Okay, take a good look at this list. I'll give you a second to think about it. Can you match the stage name to the real name? For instance, any idea who Paul David Hewson is? Or maybe Alicia Moore?
Time's up. So, how'd you do? Bono, that's Paul David Hewson. Pink is actually Alicia Moore. And the one and only Snoop Dogg was born Calvin Broadus. It just goes to show you sometimes a great name is made, not born.
We have barely even scratched the surface today. We've talked about food, we've talked about legends and pop stars, but that is just a tiny fraction of the fascinating information that's packed into this book.
What we've shared with you today is kind of like one bite of a massive feast. I'm talking, this book covers everything from history and science to pop culture and the supernatural. It really is a tasting menu of human knowledge. 704 pages. That's how much there is to explore. Every single page holds another story, another surprising fact, another answer to a question you haven't even thought of yet. It makes you wonder, right? What other hidden stories are all around us?
So if your curiosity has been sparked and you want to keep this journey of discovery going, well, you are in luck. The link to this book is in the video description.